Greetings. My name is Chris Lee Moore, and one of the characters I have portrayed for years here on RowdyC.com and RowdyC Productions has been the wrestling mark. It's actually been quite a while since I've utilized this character in any of my videos because, to be perfectly honest, I've been kind of soured on pro wrestling for a few years now. There have been a number of reasons for it. Issues with some of the directions that not just WWE but other wrestling promotions have gone, as well as some general attitudes among the wrestling fandom that I cannot completely agree with. To answer before anyone asks in the comments or anything, no, I did not attend AEW All In when it took place this year at the Texas Rangers Stadium here in Dallas-Fort Worth. We'll just want to get that out of the way right now. But then in the past week, something rather incredible happened, as many of you who follow wrestling are aware of. April Mendez, of course, is known as the wrestler AJ Lee, made a return to wrestling and WWE after a 10-year absence. There have actually been quite a few wrestlers who have gotten back in after a long absence, layover, retirement, call it whatever you will. It's happened quite a bit over these past few years, but this one was pretty special. I won't delve too much into it because I want to get into the main topic of this video, but AJ was not just one of the most popular wrestlers, period, and not just women's wrestlers, but she actually did, in a lot of people's minds, she helped begin the trend and set things forward towards the whole supposed women's revolution. She's basically the reason that women's wrestling, especially in the WWE, has moved forward and evolved as much as it has, which, whether you want to say it or not, it has advanced quite a bit in the last few years. What I wanted to mainly talk about was this past Monday, in her first major promo on Raw since returning, she was very open and honest about quite a few things as to what transpired in her life in the 10 years since she walked out of the ring. She talked about the issues with her mental health that she went through and had to fight throughout these years, dealing with a lot of mental issues and self-confident issues that she basically had to fight through. And to be honest, she, even as moving as that speech was in the on-camera promo on Raw, it didn't even touch the most serious aspects of it, because apparently in another independent shoot interview that I happened to come up on, AJ basically admitted that there was a time when she contemplated suicide. That it got to a point where she did, at one point, book a hotel room that she was going to do it in. And that was because she didn't want her husband, Phil Brooks, the pro wrestler CM Punk, to see her do it. You know, it's easy for a lot of people to say that anyone who even contemplates, or even especially goes forward with suicide, is committing a very selfish act. But the thing is, you can't convince someone who's contemplating it that that's the case, because what a lot of us don't want to hear is that in the minds of those people, the selfish act is them just even existing at all. That they think that they're just being around is a burden on everyone else. And that's why a lot of them think that by doing something like that, they think they're not just relieving their own painful burdens, but they believe in their own minds that they're doing everyone else a favor by taking themselves out of their lives. Does this mean I'm condoning such mindsets and behaviors and actions? No. I would never suggest anyone should do anything like that. But what I am saying is, if someone is really contemplating that, what we need to do more than anything else is be there for those people. I brought up AJ's husband, Phil Brooks, aka CM Punk, and to see the looks on their faces when they both were now finally in a WWE arena, a WWE ring together. Of course, they've been in the business together before, but this was the first time that they were ever in a ring together as husband and wife. To just see the looks on their faces, you can tell that CM Punk has got to be one of, if not the biggest reason AJ Lee is still around here at all. Let alone why she's back in wrestling today. This is why I have to say that for people who think they're a burden on others and believe the best thing they can do is no longer be around, the best thing we can do is be around for them. Dealing with mental health and fighting back against those who contemplate suicide is a job for all of us. There a lot of people talk about what people have to go through in order to fight mental health issues. Therapy can definitely work. But to me, friends help even more. It's always a good idea to check in on anyone that you may be worried about. Let them know that you're always there for them. Make sure they always know that they are important to you. let them always know that they matter. Not just to you, but to many, many other people. That's how we fight back. That's how we overcome our mental health issues. One of the main reasons I still do this, I still do these videos for more than 15 years, is because to me, you all matter. If any video I've ever made gave just one of you out there any form of joy and escape from the harshness of this world, then that tells me that maybe I've done something right in this world. I just came back from recently the memorial service of this one person, Gina Galante. She was a longtime worker and helper at my old theater school. All of her kids went to the theater school with me. When I showed up at the memorial, anytime I go back to a reunion of all my old theater school friends, there's still a part of me that wonders if anyone would remember me, and would they even be glad to see me? When I first ran into Gina's daughter, Janine, one of the most wonderful human beings I've ever met, I need to point that out. First time she saw me, and she was going through a lot, you have to believe it. She was extremely emotional that entire day, as you have to expect. But the minute she saw me, she just immediately embraced me. Went on about how her mother, Gina, always liked me and all the things that I did in and for that school. And I don't think I can fully explain how much that meant to me. So just be sure to always let people know what they mean to you. And just keep in mind that every time you do that, you've very likely done something to help keep someone in this world longer. Stay rowdy, my friends.